the sounds of laughter and music filling the air.
He had been summoned by Dwayne to meet with a potential ally, and he wasn't sure what to expect. As he scanned the room, he spotted a tall, lanky figure with a mop of messy hair and a charismatic grin. "Yo, Ronaldo." The figure called out, waving him over. Ronaldo made his way through the crowd, his eyes locked on the stranger. As he approached, the man stood up, extending a hand. "Travis Scott, what's good?" he said, his voice smooth and confident. Ronaldo shook his hand, feeling a firm grip.
"Ronaldo, nice to meet you."
Travis Scott gestured to the empty stool beside him, and Ronaldo sat down, signaling the bartender for a drink. "So, Ronaldo, I've heard a lot about you," Travis Scott said, his eyes sparkling with interest. "Dwayne's been telling me about your skills, and I have to say, I'm impressed." Ronaldo smiled, feeling a sense of pride. "Thanks, man. I've been working hard to prove myself." Travis Scott nodded, taking a sip of his drink. "I can see that. You know, I've been thinking about working with Dwayne's crew for a while now. We've got some mutual interests, and I think we could make some magic happen." Ronaldo's ears perked up, intrigued. "What kind of interests?" Travis Scott leaned in, his voice dropping to a whisper. "Let's just say we've got some business opportunities that could benefit both of our crews. I'm talking big money, Ronaldo. The kind of money that could set us up for life." Ronaldo's mind was racing with possibilities. He had always known that Dwayne's crew was involved in some shady dealings, but he had never imagined the scope of their operations. "I'm listening," Ronaldo said, his eyes locked on Travis Scott's. Travis Scott grinned, seeming to enjoy the cat-and-mouse game. "Let's just say we've got a plan to take down some of our competitors and make a big move in the market. We need someone with your skills to help us execute it." Ronaldo's heart was pounding with excitement. He knew that this was a chance to prove himself, to show Dwayne and the rest of the crew that he was a valuable asset. "I'm in," Ronaldo said, extending his hand. Travis Scott shook it, a smile spreading across his face. "Welcome to the team, Ronaldo. Let's make some history." As they clinked glasses and took a shot, Ronaldo felt a sense of belonging, of being part of something bigger than himself. He knew that this was just the beginning of an epic journey, one that would take him to the heights of power and success. The night wore on, with Ronaldo and Travis Scott discussing the details of their plan. Ronaldo was impressed by Travis Scott's charisma and business acumen, and he knew that he had made the right decision in joining forces with him.
As the night drew to a close, Ronaldo stood up, feeling a sense of determination. He knew that this was his chance to shine, to prove himself as a valuable member of the crew. "Let's do this," Ronaldo said, his eyes locked on Travis Scott's. Travis Scott grinned, nodding in agreement. "Let's do this, Ronaldo. We're going to make some history." As Ronaldo and Travis Scott parted ways, Ronaldo couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation. He knew that this partnership had the potential to be a game changer, and he was eager to see what the future held. The next few days were a whirlwind of activity, as Ronaldo and Travis Scott worked tirelessly to put their plan into action. They met with various stakeholders, discussed strategies, and made key decisions that would impact the outcome of their endeavor. Ronaldo was impressed by Travis Scott's expertise and knowledge of the industry. He was a natural-born leader, and his charisma and confidence inspired loyalty and devotion in those around him. As the plan began to take shape, Ronaldo's role became clearer. He would be responsible for overseeing the logistics of the operation, ensuring that everything ran smoothly and according to plan. Travis Scott, on the other hand, would handle the business side of things, using his connections and influence to secure deals and partnerships that would help their venture succeed. Together, they made a formidable team, and Ronaldo felt grateful to have Travis Scott by his side. But as the stakes grew higher, Ronaldo couldn't shake off the feeling that there were still unknown variables at play. He knew that their plan wasn't foolproof, and that there were always risks involved in any business venture. Despite his reservations, Ronaldo pushed forward, driven by his determination to succeed. He knew that this was an opportunity he couldn't afford to miss, and he was willing to do whatever it took to make it work. As the days turned into weeks, Ronaldo's hard work began to pay off. The plan was coming together, and he could see the light at the end of the tunnel. But just as things were starting to fall into place, Ronaldo received a warning from an unexpected source. Travis Scott approached him with a serious look on his face, his voice low and urgent. "Ronaldo, we need to talk," he said, glancing around the room nervously. Ronaldo's instincts kicked in, and he felt a sense of unease. "What's going on?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Travis Scott hesitated before speaking. "I've been getting some strange vibes from one of our partners. I think they might be planning to betray us." Ronaldo's eyes narrowed, his mind racing with possibilities. "Who is it?" he asked, his voice cold and calculated. Travis Scott glanced around the room again before leaning in close. "It's Kanye West. I think he's been playing us all along."
Ronaldo's eyes widened in shock, his mind reeling with the implications. He knew that Kanye West was a powerful player in the industry, and if he was indeed planning to betray them, it could spell disaster for their venture. "What do we do?" Ronaldo asked, his voice firm and resolute.
Travis Scott's face set in a determined expression.
"We need to take care of this, Ronaldo. We can't let Kanye West ruin our plans." Ronaldo nodded, his mind racing with strategies and tactics. He knew that this was a critical moment, one that would determine the fate of their venture. Together, Ronaldo and Travis Scott began to formulate a plan to deal with Kanye West's betrayal. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to protect their interests and ensure the success of their venture. Chapter 5: Dwayne Johnson's offer. Ronaldo sat in Dwayne's office, the sound of the city outside muffled by the thick glass walls. Dwayne leaned back in his chair, a thoughtful expression on his face. "Ronaldo, I've been watching you closely," Dwayne said, his voice low and measured. "I like what I see. You've got potential, kid. You've got heart." Ronaldo felt a surge of pride at the compliment. He had been working hard to prove himself, and it was good to know that Dwayne had noticed. "Thanks, boss," Ronaldo said, trying to sound nonchalant. Dwayne smiled, his eyes glinting with amusement. "Don't be modest, kid. You've earned it. Now, I want to offer you a deal." Ronaldo's ears perked up, intrigued. "What kind of deal?" Dwayne leaned forward, his elbows on the desk. "I want you to be my right-hand man. I need someone I can trust. Someone who can help me take this crew to the next level." Ronaldo's mind was racing with the possibilities. He had always known that Dwayne was a powerful figure, but he had never imagined that he would be offered a role like this. "What would I have to do?" Ronaldo asked, his curiosity getting the better of him. Dwayne leaned back in his chair, a calculating look on his face. "You'd have to be loyal, first and foremost. You'd have to be willing to do whatever it takes to protect this crew and our interests. You'd have to be smart, resourceful, and ruthless when necessary." Ronaldo felt a shiver run down his spine. He knew that this was a serious offer, one that would change the course of his life forever. "I'm interested," Ronaldo said, his voice firm. Dwayne smiled, seeming to expect Ronaldo's response. "Good. I knew you were a smart kid. Now, let's talk about the benefits. You'll get a share of the profits, a bigger role in the crew, and my protection. You'll be under my wing, and no one will dare to touch you." Ronaldo's eyes widened as he thought about the possibilities. He would be set for life, financially and otherwise. He would have the power and respect that came with being Dwayne's right-hand man.